Subscribe to Teckoh on YouTube or you will forever be a bot at Fortnite.
What is up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as you probably know, colorblind modes are pretty popular among pro players, with guys like Booga, Mitro, Mongraal, and others either actively using them or having used them in the past. In today's video, what I'll be doing is going over some information that you're going to need to know about colorblind modes, as well as demonstrating each of them and giving you my personal opinion on which one you should use to perform the best in game. If you go on to enjoy this video, please do me a favor and drop a like on it, as well as subscribing if you want to see more content just like this in the future. And with that said, let's dive right into it. Starting off though, I want to begin by discussing what colorblind modes actually are and why you'd want to use them in game even if you're not, well, colorblind. Now, as you probably know, colorblind modes are intended to help people who are actually colorblind see the in-game colors in a more balanced way. But over time, players have begun to check out these modes and realize certain competitive advantages of using them. For example, a lot of players in the past have used colorblind modes to create more contrast between objects in-game, to kind of make it easier to see people in Storm, and for other reasons like that. Anyway, there are 3 of these modes in Fortnite, which include Protanope, Deuteranope, and Tritanope, which each kind of change the game's colors in different ways. Later in the video, I'm going to be hopping into the game and actually showing you guys what these each are like, so be sure to stick around for that. One common myth among the community relating to colorblind modes is that they actually make it much easier to see your opponents in Storm, but this is not in fact the case anymore. Now, there is some credit to that, as it was true back in Chapter 1, as the Deuteranope mode did make it easier to see other players in Storm, which was a major advantage and one of the main reasons so many pros used it in competitive. But Epic did patch that in Chapter 2, so colorblind modes really don't give you any perfect advantage in Fortnite. However, there still are reasons to use colorblind modes, and that's just if you personally like them. Some players honestly just don't like the normal colors of the game, so these settings can be really beneficial by making the game look better. So with that said, now that we've discussed a bit about the different modes, I'm now going to hop into the real game and show you guys some individual modes, and I'll give you what I personally think, what my personal recommendation is. Alright boys, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hop into a custom matchmaking game and kind of just show you guys each of the colorblind modes. I'm just going to hop in and it's just going to be me in the game, so there's not going to be me fighting anybody. Obviously, I would just feel bad for everybody I'd fight against because I'm just that good at the game where they're just going to get absolutely dominated, piece controlled, box like a fish, and I'm going to end their entire career. They're going to quit the game, and yeah. No, but in all seriousness, boys, I'm just hopping into a custom match right now. So I believe, yes, okay, so I do not have any colorblind mode on right now. Obviously, this is what the game looks like normally. Since we're waiting for players, I'll give you a little bit of a sort of run through right now. So Deuteranope definitely makes it look a bit darker compared to the regular colors. You can see that it's a bit more bright and sort of vibrant this way, and you turn this on and it's just dark, kind of gloomy. This is mostly what Mongraal's game, if you watch his stream back in like season 10, would look like. He used this mode on 10, and bear in mind this is on 10 as well. You can always turn it down to like 4 or 5, something like that. It looks a bit less extreme. Moving on to Protanope, it's kind of like, this is an interesting one. It feels like vibrant but dark at the same time. It's kind of weird. And Tritanope, it's just very bright, very sort of like energetic, and I actually like this one quite a bit. It's honestly pretty clean looking, it's pretty nice, and really I have no complaints about this one. I have used this in the past in actual matches and stuff, and it does make opponents pretty visible. It's not like it hides them or anything, so yeah, it's honestly really good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna play out this game, and I'm just gonna wait until the storm starts coming in, and I'll start showing you guys that. I will say though, like as the storm's coming in, honestly, I really like this Tritanope mode. This is on like 6 right now, and it's not like a massive difference from the regular game. It doesn't feel like it, at least. Like if I switch back to the regular mode, it looks honestly fairly similar, except just a bit darker. All right, boys, you know what? Kit's about to get absolutely destroyed on Tritanope mode. You ready? Talk. Oh! Ha, get piece controlled. I just noticed he didn't even drop me a weapon, so I don't know why I just did that. I wasted a bunch of mats. I'm basically just taking L's today. Oh, let's go, boys. We got the lever action rifle as well. I'm kind of just stalling until the storm gets in here, but I actually haven't had the chance to try this thing out, but I have watched quite a bit of gameplay with it. It seems pretty cool. Let's mess around with it for a few seconds until storm comes in. Interesting. I actually like this thing quite a bit, and the damage is honestly not awful on it either. It definitely feels like almost like a mix of like, it feels like a short range pump shotgun, heavy shotgun sort of like combination almost. It's actually a really weird shotgun, but I can honestly see myself getting used to it. Anyway, that's enough of me stalling and doing random stuff. Let's head up here and check out the storm. All right, boys, so I'm heading over to the storm here. As you can see, well, the storm's literally right there. Everything looks pretty normal. This is without any colorblind modes or anything on. Looks just like this, and I'm just going to switch it through each of them. I'm going to put it on 10, so it is a bit of an extreme example. I do kind of like Deuteranope in the storm, like seeing into the storm still, regardless of the fact that it doesn't really make it more visible. I just like the sort of contrast that it has. This is actually pretty clean looking. I feel like it might be a bit harder to see some opponents though, like just because it's a lot darker in some places and lighter in some places, so it might be really easy to see someone like right here, but like say they're over there where it's darker, it might be harder to see. Honestly, everything looks pretty bright with Protanope. This is probably the one I'm gonna like best for Storm. I haven't tried Tritanope in Storm yet, but this is pretty clean looking. Mostly everything's pretty bright. There's a few slightly dark spots, but I can see this working pretty well with Storm. And then with Tritanope, honestly, the main reason I wouldn't use this mode is just because looking into Storm, everything is super bright. There's not going to be much contrast. And overall, I think Tritanope is my favorite mode, but this is one downfall of it that I really don't like. I just lagged out. Oh my... Guys, that was not staged. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna wrap it up, boys, for the little demonstration thing. Wow, okay. Well, luckily I got to show you guys everything, but let's cut back to the rest of the video. So overall, now that I've gone into the actual game and showed you each of them, you may be able to tell which one you prefer. Honestly, in my personal opinion, they're all pretty good. I know a lot of people don't really like colorblind modes, but personally, I find them pretty interesting. If I had to pick a personal favorite out of the three, I'd probably choose Tritanope just because I like the bright colors and feel like everything contrasts pretty well. Protanope and Deuteranope kind of have a darker vibe to them, which, while I can understand their appeal, that's just not really my thing. Overall though, personally, I'm probably just going to stick to not using any colorblind mode for now, but I would strongly recommend that you guys try them each out and see what you like, or if you like any of them. Just bear in mind that at this point in time, colorblind modes are really just a preference thing, and they won't make any major differences in your actual gameplay overall, apart from just making your game look different. But what I'd recommend you do is hop into Battle Lab or hop into some matches and try them each out for yourself. See which modes you like, if any, and use whatever you like using, as that's honestly the best thing you can do at this point in time. But with all that said, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully this video helped you get a little bit of insight relating to colorblind modes in Fortnite and allows you to figure out which one you prefer. I just want to reiterate once again that these modes do not give any inherent competitive advantage aside from making your game's colors look different. But with that said, if this video did help you out, be sure to drop a like on it and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos just like this in the future. And with all that said, boys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.